If you're watching anime and people don't turn into more powerful things, are you really watching an anime? We're gonna look at the best transformations and transformation sequences that Japanese animation has to offer, but for this list, we're going to look at one per show. So hey, I'm Nervous Nick for Screw Attack's Top 10 Anime Transformations.
Number 10.
Man, Attack on Titan is freaking horrifying. Any universe in which a giant naked Hank Hill can invade your hometown and start eating whatever is just wrong, man. But when Eren Yeager tries to eat himself, he becomes a Titan. Just like Donkey Kong, Eren's Attack Titan form is bigger, faster, and stronger too. Anytime Yeager decides to go streaking as a giant rage man, you can bet that a big brawl is about to go down. But you know what they say, there's no time quite like the first time, which is also true of Eren's Titan transformations. How sick was it when you saw that giant hand explode out of an old man Titan's mouth? And I don't just mean sick as in cool, because I actually do think that's freaking gross. Ugh.
Number 9.
It started like every good anime hero's comeback does. The evil Ulquiorra wouldn't stop being a prick, and only the edgy teenager Ichigo Kurosaki could stop him. But Ulquiorra put Ichigo on the ropes, poked a hole through his chest, and did the one thing you should never do to an anime protagonist: endanger his friends. Because once an anime character remembers, oh yeah, my friends, he might come back from the dead as this awesome hollow form. This was probably my favorite transformation in all of Bleach. I mean, yeah, it's one of those forms that's kind of a one and done, never to be seen again, but Ichigo's new hollow form attacks were just as cool as his new looks. He could move stupidly fast, he could heal himself, he could shoot lasers out of his horns, but I will never forget that blood-curdling scream. Whew, makes my spine tingle.
Number 8.
When a Pokemon evolves, it transforms. And when it happens in the anime, baby, that is an anime transformation. There are literally hundreds of possible options in the Pokemon series, enough that we can make a top 300 easily. You could evolve a Pokemon by bonding with them, by training with them, or kicking that mother sucker into the ocean like James from Team Rocket. Brilliant, James. Just brilliant! You see, most Pokemon evolutions look like they actually, make sense, but James's Magikarp instantaneously went from a dinky red fish to a giant rage dragon! Magikarp's evolution into Gyarados isn't just one of the most dramatic transformations you'll see on this list, it's also one of the most cathartic. Get him! Get him!
Number 7.
Everybody loves watching the Power Rangers form the Megazord, right? Yeah, well, if only it were a little more anime. Oh! Man, there really is something so cool about giant robots merging together to become an even gianter giant robot, and Voltron is the best in the biz. When Lance and the gang form Voltron, they dedicate a straight minute to the Colossal Mech's appearance in basically every episode. Oh man, and I love that beat too. Transformation was the part every kid looked forward to the most, because whenever Voltron was formed, you knew it was lights out for whatever random monster of the week it was. Seriously, Voltron's got the highest success rate of any transformation on this list.
Number 6.
If there's any show about monsters that features transformations even more than Pokemon, you know it's got to be Digimon. Even though Pokemon evolutions were a rarer sight and kind of felt more special, so to speak, Digivolutions were a treat in pretty much every single episode. No matter if it's a Warp Digivolution or even a Mega Digivolution, those sequences let you know that a big change was about to happen. The Digimon theme would start up, they'd say something like, Angemon Digivolve 2! And then have this pause that just makes you anticipate the new transformation even more. Magnum Angemon. Now, depending on the season, this is either the part where you see some awesome animation as the Digimon becomes more monstrous, or the part where some 90s budget CGI happens. But no matter which Digivolution you're watching, seeing harmless little blobs become increasingly ferocious monsters is always hype.
Number 5.
You know, we're doing a list about anime transformations, so obviously Dragon Ball was gonna be here. Now, say what you will about Dragon Ball Super, but it's a pretty fun show. And one of the real highlights of the later episodes is yet another Goku transformation, which takes number 5 on our list. Toward the end of Super, Goku starts tapping into an ability called Ultra Instinct, which, what else, gives him another new form. And we only saw Ultra Instinct in glimpses until Goku's climactic battle with Jiren finally brought out the big guns. When Goku finally mastered Ultra Instinct, he glowed with divine energy, his eyes turned gray, and his hair was just pure white. He looked pretty awesome. And from there, you know how it goes. He's faster, he's more powerful, and he could stand up to Jiren's mightiest attacks. But the real reason Ultra Instinct makes it here is because of that godlike song. I dare you to find an anime transformation with a more hype theme song than that.
Number 4.
Warning! If you've got a weak stomach, this is your only chance to skip to the timecode on your screen, because the end of the classic 80s film Akira has one of the grossest transformations I have ever seen. So in the post-apocalyptic Neo-Tokyo, you can find some pretty weird crap, like this kid named Tetsuo whose robot arm becomes this pile of fleshy mechanical bits. But it doesn't stop there. His whole body starts to expand into what I can only describe as your nightmares from now on forever.
Please, help me.
For those of you watching for the first time, take a break from your vomiting to appreciate just how incredible this animation was, and still is. Look at the way his skin rips open. Look at how his body flows through that stadium like a bowl of human jelly. And I know food is literally the last thing any of us want to be thinking of right now, but Tetsuo ought to open up a bakery with all the rolls he's got. It's just so impressive looking. And now I want to barf.
Number 3.
I will never get that out of my mind again. Anyway, as soon as you think of anime transformations, Sailor Moon is probably one of those that comes to mind almost immediately. I mean, it's got all the best ingredients. Awesome animation, a fun theme song, and even a catchphrase that kicks the whole thing off. And even though it looks like the only thing that changes is the Sailor Scouts' clothing, this actually makes them stupidly powerful. Like, survive a planet with black hole levels of gravity powerful. Or, you know, something like that. But man, leave it to anime to make everyday things like changing clothes way more interesting than they actually are. Do you ever think about how much better getting up in the morning would be if we had anime transformations?
Number 2.
Yep, we're going right on back to Dragon Ball because remember, it's one transformation per show, not per franchise. So of course DBZ was gonna be on this list, but the big question becomes, Super Saiyan 1 or Super Saiyan 3? Well, it's like we said, we're only judging based on the sequence and the transformation itself. Nobody will ever forget the first time we saw a Super Saiyan, but it was the Super Saiyan triple form that showed us what a real transformation sequence is like.
And this is to go even further beyond!
Goku's first Super Saiyan 3 transformation is probably the most Dragon Ball Z thing of all time. It's got tons of screaming, everyone who's not Goku oohing and ahhing the entire time, and it takes so long that it's actually a plot point. While Goku's trying to keep the big bad Boo distracted, we're treated to a proper transformation sequence with all kinds of weird visuals. And when it's not showing Goku turning into a baby, it keeps cutting away to what are basically scenes from a disaster movie. God only knows how many people died while Goku was going Super Saiyajin 3, but at least they died giving us one of the best Dragon Ball moments to date. Top 10 mullets? Who wants top 10 mullets?
It's number 1.
There's only one mega franchise anime known for transformations that hasn't made it on this list yet, and that's because we've been saving the best for last. Naruto. This, my friends, is Naruto's 6-pad Sage Mode plus QB Chakra Mode 2 combined with the Avatar version of Kurama, which Naruto then made shadow clones of so he could fuse with the shadow clones into a 3-headed, 6-armed, 27-tailed giant monster. Or you could just call it ASURA Kurama Mode for short. I honestly cannot imagine a transformation more anime than this. It combined multiple forms into one, was kind of like piloting a giant mech when you think about it, and it's still one of the most powerful forms in all of Naruto. Even though ASURA Kurama only stayed around long enough for one attack, it was part of such a mind-blowing moment in an already epic fight that we have to give it the top spot. For our secret number 11, you can't talk about anime without bringing up the internet's favorite, Cory in the house. As much as we'd love to put Cory-san's hot dog jutsu here, that turned out to just be a dream sequence. Unlike his sister impersonation transformation. This form was so powerful and so sexy that it tricked Cory's own friend Newt into having the most confused boner of his life. And also taught everybody a lesson in something, probably, I don't know.